Since it's time, we'd like to start the Mitsubishi Electric IR Day 2025. First of all, Kei Uruma, our President and CEO. Noriyuki Takazawa, Senior Vice President and CSO. Satoshi Takeda, Senior Vice President, CDO. And Kenichiro Fujimoto, Executive Officer and CFO. Now then, we'd like to ask President Uruma to explain the corporate management strategy. Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for joining our Mitsubishi Electric's IR Day today, despite your very busy schedules. I will now explain our corporate business strategy. So please turn to the next page. This is the agenda. Today's presentation is divided into two sections. And in section 1, I will outline progress on our medium-term management plan and plans for further growth. And section 2 will cover our efforts to transform into an innovative company through digitalization. And section 2 will be presented by our CDO, Satoshi Takeda. So please turn to the next page. I will start by outlining our medium-term management plan, progress toward achieving the plan, and initiatives for further growth. So please turn to page 3. I will start at the left-hand side of this page summarizes our main initiatives to date to develop our business and contribute to society and the environment. So far, we have advanced our growth strategy by strengthening key growth businesses and transformed our management structure by adopting a business area management system. Furthermore, to promote sustainability as a core pillar of our business, we have established the necessary frameworks and advanced our trade-on initiatives, which aim to develop our business while enriching society and the environment by integrating our technology into our operations. Additionally, we have continued to implement reforms in 3 areas: quality, culture, organizational culture, and governance. Starting in fiscal year 2026, this year, we will embark on initiatives aimed at transforming into an innovative company that fearlessly embraces risks and creates value through new ideas. We will pursue investments in growth driven by both components and digital technologies and create new value through business model transformations enabled by Serendi. We will also strengthen our operational resilience through measures such as optimizing indirect costs and steadily promote sustainability and business culture reforms. And through these efforts, we aim to transform into a company that can take on new risks and challenges. So please refer to the next page. This page shows our progress on the medium-term plan. For fiscal year 2026, we expect to achieve our net revenue and operating margin targets. Our operating margin in particular has been steadily improving since fiscal year 2023, and we expect to reach a record high in fiscal year 26. Now please go to the next page. This explains our capital allocation. Please refer to the lower part of the graph on the left. Cash generation in the current medium-term plan has expanded from the previous medium-term plan period. However, it will still remain at 3.1 trillion yen, short of the 3.3 trillion yen target presented at last year's IR Day. On the other hand, shown at the top is capital allocation. Capital allocation will stay on plan at 3.4 trillion yen due to a 0.1 trillion yen increase in shareholder returns from the initial plan. Allow me to explain our shareholder returns shown on the right in detail. During the previous medium-term period, shareholder returns were 0.4 trillion yen and total return ratio was 34%. But in the current medium-term plan period, we plan to expand shareholder returns to 0.7 trillion yen through share buybacks and dividend increases, with the total return ratio rising to 52%. So going forward, we will continue efforts to improve capital efficiency, including shareholder returns, and implement optimal capital allocation for future growth. Now then, please please turn to the next page for a look back on our business operations. Here we have listed the results achieved through our business operations during the current medium-term plan on the left and the issues and responses on the right. As for achievements in the building systems business, we have established a stable revenue base by building an integrated business operation from the installation of elevators and escalators to maintenance and renewal. In the defense business, which has seen expanded orders due to increased defense spending by the government, we have been shifting resources such as personnel and land to establish a production capacity capable of handling this surge in orders. Furthermore, in addition to establishing and expanding stable revenue streams, we have also made steady efforts to identify businesses with issues, promote partner strategies, and reduce non-core assets. Next, regarding the challenges and our responses on the right, restructuring of the automotive equipment business was achieved by spinning off this segment to enable speedy business operations. We will continue to enhance management efficiency and promote business portfolio strategies. Furthermore, while promoting initiatives to improve profitability in the automotive equipment business, we will also review the positioning of this business within our portfolio by considering all possible scenarios. In response to the slowdown in the European air-to-water market for air conditioning, we are revisiting the timing of investments in production capacity while reinforcing the rapidly growing IT cooling business. As for the factory automation systems business, it continues to be challenging due to sluggish market conditions and intensifying competition. Here, we will promote structural reforms, including a shift to a lean management structure and business portfolio changes to achieve an early recovery to growth. We will provide further details on structural reforms later. So please turn to the next page. This page compares the results of our key growth businesses, resilient businesses, and value recapturing businesses for fiscal year 22 and the forecast for fiscal year 26. So first, let's look at the key growth businesses on the left. The key growth businesses in fiscal year 26 are expected to generate sales of 2.5 trillion yen and an operating margin of 9.3%. We have achieved steady growth by implementing key investments. However, a comparison by segments at the bottom left shows that for FA control systems, this business alone shows a decline in FY26 compared to FY22. So we will thoroughly implement structural reforms in the FA systems business, as mentioned earlier. Next, regarding the resilient businesses at the top right, here we have enhanced profitability by shifting resources to the defense business. As a result, the operating profit margin is expected to improve from 8.9% in fiscal year 22 to 9.8% in fiscal year 25. We intend to further strengthen the defense business by repositioning it as a key growth business. Finally, regarding the value recapturing business at the lower right, Revenues in this business category has increased since fiscal year 22 due to the reclassification of certain businesses, such as the electrification business as value recapturing business. However, the operating margins is improving due to business evaluation and efforts to strengthen profitability. Currently, we continue to improve profitability in the space business and other segments to achieve profitability on par with resilient businesses. Meanwhile, we have made decisions to terminate 0.5 trillion yen's worth of businesses. I've said this repeatedly, and already 0.2 trillion yen of that has already exited or reduced in revenue. For the remaining 0.3 trillion yen, we will proceed in principle to exit these businesses by FY28. Furthermore, by the end of this fiscal year, we plan to make decisions on the termination or continuation of businesses totaling 0.8 trillion yen, and will conduct a more thorough review of business operations. Now then, please refer to the next page. This page explains the restructuring of the FA systems business. We plan to reduce fixed costs to return the business to a growth trajectory as soon as possible. At the same time, we will transform the organization into a problem-solving oriented structure through sales reforms. In China, we will establish a new regional headquarters to autonomously manage all local operations from development to sales. We have established this regional headquarters in April, and we will work to build a lean management structure. Furthermore, while focusing management resources on digital solutions and key growth businesses, we will also implement measures in other businesses, including partnering and business divestments, to accelerate the transformation of our business portfolio. The details of our structural reforms will be explained during the afternoon session on the industry mobility business area. Now, please turn to the next page. That is future growth and profitability optimization. This page explains growth investments, profitability improvements, and capital optimization efforts aimed at achieving an ROE of 10% as soon as possible. We believe that a change in corporate fiber is essential to achieving an ROE of 10%. Currently, we are promoting a business portfolio strategy aimed at realizing our desired future state and transforming our business operations into a leaner structure. And within this framework, we will advance growth investments, profitability improvements, and capital optimization to transform our corporate fiber. Regarding growth investments, the direction of growth we aim for is to combine our core strength in components with digital technology, leveraging Serendi to drive growth. And to achieve this, we will strengthen existing businesses while also pursuing growth investments in new areas such as AI and digital technology, as well as creating synergies across business segments. Regarding the strengthening of existing businesses, we hope to be able to utilize a Serendi. And rather than building on past strength, we will explore M&A opportunities in industrial and HVAC fields that can drive non-linear growth and make proactive investments in high-growth areas such as defense systems. We aim to leverage digital technologies to create synergies across businesses. And to this end, we will study M&A possibilities in the energy management sector. In the AI and digital segment, we will also explore M&A opportunity to strengthen data collection, analysis, operation optimization, and predictive maintenance. And we plan to set aside a 1 trillion yen investment pool for M&A over the next 3 years. In order to prove profitability, we will study the best structure and organization for achieving our desired state and strengthen our corporate fiber and optimize indirect costs accordingly. This includes the steady termination of unprofitable businesses and the strengthening of our global supply chain, as well as the utilization of DX and AI, and the creation of centers of excellence for staff functions to make our operations leaner and more efficient. We will also review the functions and regional presence of our affiliate companies and reduce their number through consolidation to establish the best possible structure for the group. And the resources freed up through such business process reductions and consolidation of affiliated companies will be channeled into more advanced business activities or redeployed to other areas, thereby optimizing indirect costs. And by implementing the measures just outlined, we expect to improve the operating margin by a total of 2%. As for capital optimization, we will maintain a total return ratio of 50% or higher through share buybacks and dividend payouts. We will also utilize financial leverage with a debt-to-equity ratio of 0.3 as a benchmark while securing the investment pool mentioned earlier. So this concludes Chapter 1 of the presentation, and Chapter 2 will be delivered by our CDO, Satoshi Takeda.
Now, Takeda would like to give you an explanation. Please now turn to page 11. To transform into an innovative company through digital, we will strengthen the 3 initiatives listed here. First, let me explain the transformation of the business model. As explained so far, our strength lies in components. By accumulating and analyzing data obtained from these components, we will not only create services that fully utilize them, but also provide those services to a wide range of customers. Furthermore, based on insights gained from the data, we will enhance the functionality of our components, thereby further strengthening our core competencies. Next, I will explain the strengthening of the digital platform. Advancements in digital technologies such as cloud computing and generative AI are remarkable, and it is not realistic to develop all technologies in-house. We must collaborate with external partners from a global perspective, adopt the latest technologies, and make full use of them to drive transformation in our business model and internal operations. Lastly, I will explain the mindset transformation. To achieve business model transformation and internal operational reform through digital means, DX talent with an agile mindset is essential. We will actively promote mindset transformation through measures such as recruitment and training, and through fostering bottom-up organizational culture. Please turn to page 12. From here, I will explain these initiatives in more details. This page explains the transformation of the business model through the digital platform Serendi. By aggregating and analyzing various data generated from the components and other offerings we provide, we will create new value. We define businesses that are deeply connected to Serendi as Serendi-related businesses, and we have set a target of 1.1 trillion yen for these businesses by FY31. I would now like to explain in concrete terms how we will transform our services. First, we will analyze the data obtained from the components and other products we have provided, identify potential issues together with our customers, and create solution-based services to address those issues. Furthermore, by feeding this know-how back into the components, we will enhance their functions and add new features, thereby further strengthening the components themselves. In addition, By leveraging digital technologies, we aim to expand our customer base by delivering added value not only to our direct customers, but also to end users. From the next page onward, I would like to explain the more concrete examples of Serendi businesses. Please now turn to page 13. This is our heat-related total solution, which we began offering last year. Until now, we have provided our customers, such as those in buildings and the manufacturing industry, with components like air conditioning and water heating equipment along with their maintenance services. Going forward, as shown in the diagram on the right, we will go beyond simply providing components. Based on operational energy data and analysis, including data from third-party equipment, we will use demand forecasting from our energy management system to enable optimal energy-saving operations that take the entire facility into account. Furthermore, we will support our customers' decarbonization efforts by optimizing the operation of fossil fuel-based equipment, utilizing storage batteries, and promoting the use of renewable energy through power sharing between different sites. Furthermore, by analyzing operational data to understand how our equipment is being used in the field, we will enhance energy-saving performance in ways that align with actual on-site conditions. Please now turn to page 14. This page explains the optimal use of energy in the train system business. Until now, we have provided railway operators with onboard equipment such as motors and inverters, as well as systems that collect and analyze data from these devices. The diagram on the right illustrates our solution for optimizing energy use in the railway business by utilizing data from trains, substations, and station facilities. For instance, by visualizing regenerative energy generated during braking and utilizing it effectively, we support optimal equipment installation and energy-efficient operations. Furthermore, by coordinating with power systems in surrounding areas, we contribute to the optimization of energy usage across the entire railway corridor. Please now turn to page 15. In April of this year, we established the Digital Innovation Group. This group brings together a department that utilize the latest technologies in DX and AI to transform our business and internal operations, along with group companies responsible for information systems and services. We have consolidated 4,000 DX personnel from across the company into a single group to strengthen our responsiveness to Serendi-related businesses and to efficiently drive internal business process reforms. Regarding our internal IT systems, we have been promoting DX through a cumulative investment of 130 billion yen since 2023. By streamlining business processes and modernizing and integrating legacy IT systems, we expect to achieve cost savings of 190 billion yen. We have also been fully engaged in business transformation using generative AI since last fiscal year. With the goal of doubling operational efficiency, we have extracted over 1,000 ideas for applying generative AI and have launched 60 transformation projects. Details will be introduced later. To promote the use of generative AI and data across businesses and organizations, we have established a company-wide data utilization statement. This statement states our commitment to maximizing the value of data, one of our group's key assets, and to handling data appropriately. Now please turn to page 16. We are actively utilizing generative AI and aim to accumulate and package the know-how and insights gained through its use, not only to apply them internally, but also to expand into external business opportunities. As mentioned earlier, we are advancing numerous projects within our internal operations to improve efficiency. For example, in terms of business processes, we are working on initiatives such as environmental analysis and strategic proposal development in strategy and planning functions, as well as automating internal inquiry responses in HR and general affairs operations. In the area of design and manufacturing processes, we are utilizing AI to enhance efficiency and reduce reliance on individual expertise. Examples include matching customer specifications with product specifications in hardware design, estimating costs from design models, reviewing risks and countermeasures related to design changes in quality assurance, and conducting audits of suppliers. In the production domain, as customer needs diversify and the pace of market changes accelerates, there is growing attention on variable production, an approach that enables the manufacturing of required quantities while adapting product specifications and varieties. To meet such demands, it is essential for production sites to achieve autonomous factory operations that can make accurate and prompt decisions and actions based on the production status and equipment conditions. To address this, we aim to realize a virtual production manager in which a production management AI agent coordinates AI agents operating closer to the field, each handling specific tasks, and presents optimal solutions in response to sudden requests from production managers. After conducting verification trials at our in-house factories, we plan to roll out this service externally. Now let us move on to page 17. In January, we opened Serenity Street, Yokohama as a hub for DX and co-creation to generate added value by leveraging data produced through business activities. There are limits to what can be achieved in terms of speed and value creation if we work solely within our own organization. In terms of collaboration, we are working with so-called hyperscalers such as AWS and Microsoft. Rather than developing AI technologies entirely in-house, we aim to skillfully leverage external technologies and apply them to our various operations and products. As a first step towards the global expansion of our DX hubs, we established a new base in Boston this May. Through this hub, we will collaborate with startups and universities to acquire cutting-edge technologies and promote the creation of new services. Regarding startups, we will strengthen our investment in venture capital funds and enhance our local operations to advance collaboration with these companies. Additionally, as part of our efforts in new business incubation, we will pursue the creation of new ventures by leveraging MIT's incubation program. Please turn to page 18. I will now explain our approach to human capital, which are the key to driving DX. In terms of systems, we are working on initiatives in training, recruitment, and compensation to increase the number of DX personnel to 20,000 by fiscal year 2031. We are promoting reskilling and skill enhancement by developing training programs tailored to jobs and individual skill levels. We are accelerating human resource development by establishing infrastructure such as the in-house DX Innovation Academy and educational programs in collaboration with Waseda University, among others, to foster a large number of DX talents. We are also advancing efforts to secure talent by strengthening new graduate and mid-career recruitment, as well as acquiring talent globally through M&A. In addition to system-based initiatives, we are also promoting bottom-up culture-based efforts. To advance the use of generative AI in internal operations, as mentioned earlier, it is essential for so-called humanity background personnel, such as those in HR and accounting, to understand DX and AI, and to work alongside developers to drive reform and development. To that end, we are providing training for non-technical staff to help them understand agile development and promote transformation through Scrum. Furthermore, in order to fully utilize generative AI, it is important to gain practical experience through hands-on POC development. For motivated employees who wish to try using generative AI, we have prepared a development environment, and within 10 months, we have conducted 178 POC initiatives. Through these initiatives, we will continue to drive our transformation into an innovative company powered by digital technologies. This concludes my presentation.
Now then, from the infrastructure business area, we would like to call upon Hideto Negoro, Executive Officer, Infrastructure Business Area Owner, to talk about their infrastructure business area business strategy. Hello, this is Negoro speaking, and I'll explain the business strategy for the infrastructure business area. So please turn to page 4. There are two main messages I would like to share with you today. The first is about growth investment. We will focus our investments in defense systems, solutions, data centers, and decarbonization components where strong demand is expected and accelerate our efforts toward further growth. The second is to improve ROIC. While the infrastructure business area is currently in a phase of business expansion, we will not simply expand scale in response to increasing demand. Instead, we will enhance productivity and profitability through asset-light strategies and the use of DX and AI. Please turn to the next page. This is the executive summary. For the fiscal year ending March 2026, we project a net sales of 1.31 trillion yen and an operating margin of 8.2%. We have sufficient orders to fulfill our fiscal year 26 sales target, and while there may be risks of fluctuations due to delivery schedule changes, we believe these targets are achievable. Looking ahead to fiscal year 2031, we plan to drive business growth by leveraging cross-functional initiatives across business areas and divisions, such as solutions and data center businesses led by the infrastructure business area, to maximize synergies across the company. Within this framework, we will optimize our scope of operations from an asset-light perspective across the entire group and across the entire supply chain. This will be achieved through both external collaboration, such as partnerships and M&A, and also through internal efficiency improvements using digitalization and AI. Now then, if you could turn to page 7, please. This is an overview of the infrastructure business area. It consists of 3 businesses: public utility systems, energy systems, and defense and space systems. Among these, the national security, decarbonization components, solutions, and data center businesses, which are tagged as focus, are areas of continued market growth where we plan to implement growth strategies going forward. Please refer to the next page. This section covers the business environment. In our core businesses, such as facilities, mobility, and energy infrastructure, we aim to capture not only the base load demand for equipment upgrades, but also the growing investments in data centers and power infrastructure. For decarbonization components, one of our fast-growing core businesses, we will accelerate development and expand global sales through partnerships with other companies. The solutions business will leverage Serendi to offer proposals focused on improving energy operational efficiency driven by electrification. More specifically, in data centers, we aim to provide solutions that meet customer needs to contain power consumption while ensuring stable operations. In the defense and space systems business, we will steadily respond to increased defense budgets while advancing global expansion, leveraging our technology as well as our track record. We will provide further details on each segment now, so please turn to the next page. First, our solutions business. We will leverage our core strength in energy management to expand ENF, energy and facility services, and mobility services utilizing Serendi. Up to now, these services had been in the demonstration trial stage, but from fiscal year 26, we plan to launch commercial services such as autonomous driving in limited areas. Additionally, to prepare for full-scale business expansion, we have established an engineering department at our European headquarters, MEU, to strengthen our capabilities for the European market. Furthermore, we have established a renewable energy aggregation business company with HT Renewable Energy Company in Taiwan. We aim to steadily advance initiatives to expand our service offerings to grow our business in line with future market growth. Now then, please refer to the next page.
This is about our data center business. Mitsubishi Electric provides data centers with power supply equipment, air conditioning and cooling systems, optical devices, and more. In response to the rapidly expanding data center market, rather than having each business area or group act independently, we have launched a cross-company task force within the infrastructure business area to maximize synergies and have begun full-scale activities. By combining the technologies and the customer bases of each business area and group, we will strengthen our component proposals and also expand our data center business by offering solutions that meet customer needs, such as early abnormal signs detection. Please turn to the next page. This is our decarbonization components business. The components listed here all contribute to reducing environmental impact and expanding the use of renewable energy, and we believe demand for them will steadily grow in the future. While full-scale growth is expected to come a little later, we aim to enter the market at the right time without missing opportunities by working together with partner companies and to establish a solid position in the global market. As a business that contributes to realizing sustainability, we will continue to actively pursue collaborations with other companies and consider M&A opportunities. Please turn to the next page. This is about our defense and space systems business. As the only company in Japan capable of contributing to integrated air and missile defense from sensors to interceptor missiles, we aim to leverage these strengths to advance our business and contribute to Japan's national security and the reinforcement of its defense industry base. To further expand our defense systems business globally, we are promoting strategic partnerships aimed at international joint development and participation in the global supply chain. In addition to transforming into a service-oriented business by offering services such as imaging solutions, we are also taking on new challenges in emerging fields such as cognitive domain operations support systems to drive further growth. Please turn to the next page. This section is about strengthening the business foundation of our core operations to meet strong demand in areas such as data centers and power infrastructure. We are currently making production capacity investments at facilities including our Power System Works and our North American affiliates, MEPI. While the benefits of profitability improvement through price optimization and long-term alliances are expected to begin appearing in FY 2026, we also aim to further enhance our earnings power through initiatives such as the digitalization of maintenance services. Additionally, we will continue working to strengthen our components by applying insights gained through our solution businesses. Please turn to the next page. this section is about growth investment. We are shifting away from an investment policy centered on the domestic market and existing businesses, and will continue to pursue investments that prioritize growth potential and efficiency. In terms of capital investment, R&D, and human capital investment, we will follow the policy outlined on the left side of the table and continue to invest in business areas where strong demand is expected. In addition, by leveraging partnerships and M&A to complement and strengthen Mitsubishi Electric's capabilities, we aim to accelerate our growth. Please turn to the next page. Lastly, let me explain our initiatives to improve ROIC. The graph on the left shows the ROIC trends for each business since FY 2022. In FY 2025, the establishment of a stronger profit structure in existing businesses led to improvements in ROIC across all groups. Looking ahead to FY 2026 and beyond, we will pursue further improvements by reassessing production allocation across the supply chain with a focus on asset-light management, executing forward-looking growth investments, enhancing productivity and profitability through the application of DX and AI, and improving asset efficiency through measures such as the collection of advance payments. This concludes the explanation for the infrastructure business area.
Next, we'd like to call upon Kunihiko Kaga, Senior Vice President of the Industry and Mobility Business Area Owner. Hello, my name is Kaga, Business Area Owner for Industry Mobility. Allow me to explain the strategy for my business area. So please turn to page 4. First of all, let me outline my main message today. In the mobility business, we will maximize our earnings power through thorough operational efficiency improvements and clarify the direction of each business. On the other hand, recognizing that the environment surrounding the automotive industry is becoming increasingly uncertain, as the business area owner, we will examine all possible scenarios to determine the positioning of that business within Mitsubishi Electric's business portfolio. In the industry sector, we will build a lean management structure through personnel optimization and cost and administrative task reductions, while strengthening the competitiveness of our core component businesses through sales and development system reforms, and expanding investments in digital solutions as a new growth driver to revitalize the FA systems business. Now, please look at slide 5. Please refer to the figures on the left. For fiscal year 26, we are forecasting a year-on-year decrease in the revenue and an increasing profit, with revenue of 1.57 trillion yen, OP margin of 6.3%, and ROIC of 7.0%, and we will strive to further improve profitability. Next, slide 6, please. This slide shows the business segments and the main product groups in the automotive equipment business and FA systems business. Details will be explained on the following pages. Now then, please refer to page 8. From here, I will first explain the automotive equipment business. To fundamentally review the fixed cost structure, we will reduce indirect operations and optimize personnel through the integration of business sites, aiming to transition to a lean management structure. Concurrently, we will work to terminate businesses with issues by fiscal year 28 and pursue balanced operations in the powertrain segment, which consists of electrification and ICE businesses, as well as further strengthening our competency in the software-defined vehicle segment, or SDV, which consists of EPS and DMS businesses, to achieve high-quality growth. Now, please refer to slide 9. From here, I'll explain our key strategies, starting with the powertrain business. In response to uncertainties in the electrification market, such as the recent slowdown in EV demand, we will respond by balancing our electrification and ICE businesses to diversify risks. Regarding the electrification business, joint development with ICE is progressing smoothly, and we plan to complete the preliminary development of X-in-1 actual machine by fiscal year 26. Regarding the ICE business, we will maintain profitability by maximizing the use of existing assets while actively promoting partnerships in areas such as India and two-wheeler special vehicles. Now, please refer to slide 10. The second is SDV, or software-defined vehicles. In the automotive field, the value of software is expanding due to SDV and the increased importance of SDV. We view this trend as an opportunity to package the domain knowledge and technical know-how we have accumulated over the years into software and scaling it up as a business. We aim to establish SDV as a new pillar of our business, maximize synergies through partner collaboration, and provide value to a wide range of customers as a global Tier 2 supplier. As described above, we will accelerate business model transformations and portfolio restructuring with a sense of urgency, moving beyond our previous self-reliance and actively pursuing partner collaboration. Next, I will explain the industry segment and FA systems business. So please turn to slide 12. First, I'll explain the overall picture of structural reforms aimed at revitalizing the FA systems business. Since achieving record performance in fiscal year 23, the FA systems business has experienced a significant deterioration in performance. In order to restore the value of the business, we will complete structural reforms based on 3 pillars as written here and return to a path of growth. The first pillar is the establishment of a lean management structure through global workforce optimization, reduction of product lineups to cut maintenance and development costs, and streamlining of indirect operations in tandem with ERP system renewal. We will fundamentally review and thoroughly streamline the cost structure that no longer aligns with the current business size, thereby establishing a foundation for sustainable growth. The second pillar is the renewal of sales and development structures. And this will be detailed on the following page, but we will renew sales and development structures to strengthen the competitiveness of core components, expand sales, and improve profitability.
The third pillar is the transformation of our business portfolio, where we will concentrate management resources on digital solutions and core components. We will also withdraw from or divest certain other businesses, thereby refreshing and reshaping our portfolio. The diagram on the right shows our business portfolio for FY 2025 and FY 2031. As of FY 2025, digital solutions account for a small portion of sales and have low profitability due to upfront investment. However, by actively pursuing not only in-house development but also M&A and external partnerships, we aim to commercialize these businesses early, and by FY 2031, we intend to establish digital solutions as a core business, positioning them to drive growth and profitability. In our factory automation systems business, core components will continue to be a mainstay of our operations, and we will work to further expand this business while maintaining high growth towards FY 2031. For other businesses, we will aim to improve profitability through resource reallocation and efficient operations with the goal of making them more resilient. At the same time, we will make decisions to withdraw from or divest businesses where we are not the best owner or those that do not meet certain profitability criteria. This will be a reform accompanied by some pain, but we are committed to carrying out these structural transformations to achieve renewed growth in our FA systems business. Please turn to slide 13. From here, I will explain our key strategies. The first is a renewal of our sales and development structures, which also serves as the second pillar of our structural reforms. A major factor behind the decline in profitability of the FA systems business is the decrease in sales of core components, namely PLC, servo, and CNC. There are 3 factors behind the decline in sales, as shown on the left: a loss of market share due to the rise of competitors, the rapid growth of Chinese local manufacturers, and a decrease in demand for EVs and batteries, which had been expected to be growth sectors. In order to turn this situation around, we will revamp our sales and development structures. The first initiative is the transformation into a problem-solving organization through sales reform. Until now, our organizational structure separated technical and sales functions. We will transform this structure by integrating technical and sales teams, enabling us to propose solutions based on the industry knowledge and technical expertise we have accumulated over the years. In addition to deliver cutting-edge products that truly capture customer needs through co-creation with leading companies, we are strengthening our product planning team. A dedicated product planning team was already established in FY 2025, and we are further enhancing it in FY 2026. The second initiative is to strengthen our local development capabilities in China and enhance our business competitiveness in the region. In April 2025, we established a new China FA management company. This company oversees one sales company and two manufacturing companies, and by integrating sales and manufacturing, we aim to enable faster decision-making. We are also assigning development personnel to this entity to strengthen local development in China. In addition, we will accelerate the use of local vendors to secure development resources and procurement channels. The third initiative is capturing demand from new growth industries and expanding application areas. In recent years, demand related to AI, such as for data centers and servers and semiconductors, has been growing. We will leverage our knowledge and our strengths, including real-time control, to secure spec-ins in production lines and manufacturing equipment. We'll also expand into new application areas, such as linear trucks that respond to mixed variable volume production needs, and vision sensors that enable high-speed, high-precision inspection processes. Through these initiatives, we will strengthen the business competitiveness of our core components, drive a recovery in sales, and restore the profitability of the FA systems business. Please turn to slide 14. This slide covers the second key strategy, digital solutions. As a new growth driver, we will concentrate management resources on digital solutions and strengthen our efforts in this area. As shown on the right, our aim is to realize data-driven manufacturing innovation and sustainable factories centered on digital solutions and controllers. We will provide visualization and analytics tools for data collected from software-defined controllers in the form of SaaS and other models. At the same time, by upgrading existing functions and downloading new ones via the cloud, we will enable flexible system modification and expansion, ultimately achieving autonomous and optimized control of production sites through the use of AI. In today's manufacturing environment, there are still challenges in data collection and utilization, and effective use of data has yet to be fully realized. By packaging the manufacturing expertise and data collection know-how into a manufacturing data platform, we will maximize the value we provide to customers, including synergies with our existing business assets. Please turn to slide 16. I will now explain our initiatives to improve ROIC. In both businesses, we aim to enhance profitability and ROIC by focusing management resources on growth areas, streamlining organizations, and improving productivity. Our target is to achieve a 7.0% ROIC in FY 2026, with further improvements in the years ahead. Lastly, please turn to slide 17. Let me explain our Serendi-related businesses. In the automotive equipment business, we are leveraging driver monitoring systems, or DMS, and in the FA systems business, we are focusing on digital solutions as starting points. By utilizing the data obtained from these systems, we aim to expand the scope of value we provide and contribute to the overall business growth of Mitsubishi Electric. That concludes my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention.
Next, we would like to call upon Yasumichi Tazunoki, Executive Officer of the Life Business Area Owner, to talk about the business strategy in his Life Business Area. Hello, my name is Tazunoki. I'm in charge of the Life Business Area. I will now explain the current status and future direction of the life business area based on the materials provided. So please look at page 4. This will be the crux of today's presentation. The light business area aims to be a solution provider that creates comfortable, safe, and secure environments in all living spaces, pursuing synergies between the building systems business and the air conditioning and home products businesses. Based on this, we will implement growth strategies for each of the building systems business and air conditioning and home products businesses. In the building systems business, we will strengthen our efforts to expand the stock of lifts. And in the air conditioning and home products business, we will reinforce the business structure, including portfolio transformation from both organic and inorganic perspectives, and promote these efforts globally. Regarding growth investments and measures to strengthen our business foundation in pursuit of business expansion, we will keep in mind the need to appropriately respond to changing market environments and continuously improve investment efficiency. Please refer to page 5. This section covers the results for fiscal year 25 and the outlook for fiscal year 26. Despite various changes in the market environment during fiscal year 25, both the building systems business and the air conditioning and home products business achieved increased revenue and profit compared to the previous year. Additionally, we nearly achieved the revenue and profit targets set at the beginning of the year. The operating profit margin for the entire business area improved by 1.6 percentage points from the previous year to 7.2%. In the building systems business, the main factors contributing to improved profitability include measures such as adjusting sales prices in response to rising material costs to enhance the profitability of the lift installation business and expanding the renovation business. In the air conditioning and home product business, the main factors include expanding the high-profit U.S. businesses and improving sales prices. Looking ahead to fiscal 26, the building system business is expected to continue its steady performance with both revenue and operating profit increasing over fiscal year 25. We also anticipate an increase in ROIC to 9.5%. On the other hand, in the air conditioning and home products business, in addition to the impact of the strong yen, U.S. tariff policies are significantly affecting our revenue. Although the outlook remains uncertain, we currently project revenues to be 1.47 trillion yen, which is a decrease of 49.1 billion yen compared to the previous fiscal year. In terms of profitability, we will plan to improve the operating margin by 0.9 percentage points from fiscal year 25 to 8% through continued efforts to improve sales prices and control timely resource allocation. We also expect an increase in absolute profits. Additionally, we aim to improve the ROIC by 0.8 percentage points from fiscal year 25 to 8% through profitability improvements. On pages 6 and onward, we will explain the growth strategy for the life business area. Page 7, please. Page 7 provides an overview of the building systems business and the air conditioning and home products business. In the building systems business, we will focus on expanding the lift maintenance and renewal business, which is the source of our business revenue and creates value by maintaining relationships with our customers throughout the product life cycle. We will also develop building solutions that serve as a starting point for creating new customer value and are highly compatible with the air conditioning business. In the air conditioning and home products business, we are focusing on the European and US air conditioning markets, where there is a growing demand for advanced energy efficiency and comfort, while also strengthening our efforts in the Indian market for the future. Now, please refer to page 8. This page outlines changes in the business environment for each business segment by region. Details will be provided later, but for the building systems business, we are seeing progress in the multi-branding of maintenance services centered on developed countries, while in new construction projects, the Chinese market is sluggish, but there is expansion in the volume zones in emerging markets. In the air conditioning and home products business, changes such as global refrigerant regulations and the expansion of water-based air conditioning systems are observed. Additionally, both the building systems business and the air conditioning and home products business are seeing growing demand for increased device intelligence, including energy efficiency and labor-saving measures. So while responding appropriately to these changes, we will strive to become a top-class global player in both businesses.
Please now turn to page 9. Based on the changes in the market environment explained earlier, I will now outline the strategic direction and initiatives for each business. In the building systems business, we will first focus on expanding our core profit drivers, maintenance and renewal services. Our goal is to secure 1.5 million maintenance contracts globally by fiscal year 2031. To achieve this, we will expand our installed base organically by strengthening the product lineup for volume zone models and also implement measures that include M&A. In addition, we will further advance the integrated business structure from development and manufacturing to maintenance and renewal that we launched in April 2022, while also enhancing and streamlining our operations. Regarding the air conditioning and refrigeration systems business, we are responding to major shifts such as environmental regulations, most notably those concerning refrigerants. We will ensure that our development aligns with these regulations, further strengthen our core competency in direct expansion systems, and focus on growing the applied business, including IT cooling solutions for data centers, as a new pillar of growth. For the applied business, our goal is to double current sales and reach over 250 billion yen by 2030. Furthermore, to further leverage the strengths of both the building systems and the air conditioning and home appliances business, we will reinforce building-wide management systems, including smart buildings, in coordination with the company-wide Serendi strategy, thereby creating new value in building spaces. By accelerating cross-business collaboration like that seen in smart buildings, we aim to achieve over 250 billion yen in Serendi-related sales with the life business area. Page 10. This covers growth investment in the life business area. Both the building systems and the air conditioning and home product businesses have historically made resource allocations from a global perspective. The cumulative growth investment amount over the 5 years leading up to FY 2026 is expected to reach 700 billion yen, a 75% increase compared to the previous 5-year period. As a result, both businesses have steadily improved their operating profit margins over the past 5 years, and we will continue to invest while steadily capturing the returns. Looking ahead, securing missing capabilities and expanding our customer base will be crucial for further business growth, so we plan to make more active use of M&A when allocating resources. The key investments made so far, as well as our approach to future investments, are summarized in the table on the right. Please review it later. Please turn to page 11. This section covers our initiatives to improve ROIC. Both the building system and the air conditioning and home product businesses have steadily improved capital efficiency in recent years, with both achieving ROIC levels above 7% in FY 2025. Going forward, we will continue to improve profitability while also enhancing the efficiency of working capital, such as through inventory reduction, with the aim of further improving capital efficiency. Lastly, please turn to page 12. As part of our Serendi-related initiatives, I would like to introduce our smart building solutions, which provide new value to customers through synergies between the building systems and the air conditioning and refrigeration systems businesses. We are not only providing equipment for newly constructed smart buildings, but also leveraging operational data from such equipment and various sensors installed within the building to offer diverse applications for advanced utilization of building spaces, as well as comprehensive maintenance and operation services and energy management services. By drawing on our extensive portfolio of equipment and systems, we are working to realize a total smart building solution unique to Mitsubishi Electric and are currently making proposals to key account partners. For specific examples of these proposals, please refer to the appendix. Through co-creation with many partners and customers, both in Japan and overseas, we aim to broaden our offering lineups and expand the value we provide to customers, ultimately enhancing overall business value across the entire business area. This concludes the presentation on the live business area.
Moving now on to Mr. Masayoshi Takemi, Executive Officer, Group President of the Semiconductor and Device Group. Please. I'm Takemi, in charge of the semiconductor device business. I'll explain the growth strategy for the semiconductor device business. So please go on to page 4. There are 2 key points I'd like to share with you today. First, in light of changes in market conditions, we will revise part of our capital allocation. We will curb and extend investments in the power device business and shift some of these investments to the optical device business, which is expected to generate higher profitability. This will enable us to maintain stable revenue while aiming for further growth. Second, we will accelerate initiatives to strengthen profitability and improve productivity in order to sustain the ongoing improvement trend in EBITDA margin and aim to enhance ROIC. So we will provide further details on these points below. So please refer to the executive summary on page 5. The performance of the Semiconductor and Device Group is shown on the upper left. For FY25, revenue was 286.3 billion yen, operating margin 14.2%, ROIC was 8.0%, making 2 consecutive years of record high profits. For fiscal year 26, while revenue is expected to increase, operating margin and ROIC are projected to decline due to increased depreciation expenses and revisions in foreign exchange assumptions. The graph below shows the trend in profitability, excluding the impact of depreciation and amortization, with the addition of EBITDA margin trends. While the solid line representing operating profit margin is expected to decline from FY25 to FY26, the dashed line representing EBITDA margin is projected to remain in the low 20% range. We will continue this medium-term improvement to strengthen profitability and drive further business growth. As part of our growth strategy toward FY 2031, we will review capital allocation in light of market conditions, improve profitability and strengthen competitiveness in the power device business, and expand the data center-oriented optical device business, which is expected to grow rapidly. So we will now provide a detailed explanation of our growth strategy. So please see page 7. The semiconductor and device business consists of the power device business, which contributes to the realization of carbon neutrality, and the high frequency and optical device business, which supports safe, secure, and comfortable lifestyles. We provide key devices that are essential for GX and DX, which are necessary for the realization of a sustainable society. Sales composition is approximately 80% for the power device business and 20% for the high frequency and optical device business. Next, please turn to page 8. The table on the left shows the business environment and opportunities and challenges for each. For the power device business, the business environment is divided into medium to long term and short term. In the medium to long term, the power semiconductor market is expected to expand in line with the shift toward decarbonization, and significant growth is forecast for the SiC power semiconductor market in particular. As opportunities, we anticipate the expansion of the power module market, where we hold the second largest global share, and the expansion of application areas for SiC power modules, which are a core strength of the company. In the short term, while demand for HDVC is strong due to increased use of renewable energy, the slowdown in the shift to battery-powered EVs and the stagnant demand for consumer and industrial equipment are continuing to slow down the market. Improving profitability in light of current market conditions is a key challenge. In the high-frequency optical device business, data center demand is rapidly expanding with the spread of generative AI, and we recognize the expansion of demand for optical devices for data centers, in which we hold the top share, as an opportunity. On the right side, we have listed 3 key strategies. First, we will review capital allocation. reduce and extend investments in the power device business, and shift parts of these investments to the thriving optical device business to maintain a stable revenue base. Second, we will accelerate efforts to strengthen the profitability and productivity of the power device business. And third, we will leverage our top market share in optical devices for data centers to expand our business. Now then, please turn to page 9. This slide explains our growth investments. The graph on the left shows capital expenditures in the power device business. For fiscal year 22 to 26, we had planned to invest approximately 260 billion yen, but as indicated by the red arrow, we have revised the plan to approximately 250 billion yen by extending some of the investments into the following fiscal year. The new factory building for SiC 8-inch wafers will be launched as planned, and we will continue to strengthen our competitiveness in SiC with a view to medium to long-term market expansion. For the period between FY27 to 31, we had previously planned to invest 300 billion yen, but in light of the economic slowdown, we have revised our plans to extend capital investments for capacity expansion and to determine the timing of investment in line with market conditions. The main investment items for the future are shown on the right-hand side of the table. While extending the expansion of the Hisui region for capacity expansion, we plan to add investments for capacity expansion of optical devices, which are performing well to drive business expansion.
Please turn to page 10. This slide introduces our accelerated business expansion efforts for the HVDC market. HVDC, or high voltage direct current, is a technology that transmits electricity at high voltage in direct current form, reducing power loss during transmission. With the growth of renewable energy sources such as offshore wind and solar power, demand for HVDC is increasing, particularly for VSC-type HVDC systems that utilizes IGBT power semiconductors, with notable growth in Europe. In this market, we hold a top share. Leveraging our strong customer base, especially with leading manufacturers in Europe and North America, we will focus on strengthening our capabilities in high-capacity segments where we excel. Specifically, we will expand our product lineup to meet customers' needs for high-capacity power transmission and reduce system costs. In addition, we will reinforce our supply system, increasing production capacity by 1.5 times compared to FY 2024 by FY 2027. We will also work to further enhance our market presence. Amid continued slowdown in the general power semiconductor market, we will maximize our capture of the demand in HVDC sector to strengthen the profitability of our power device business. Please turn to page 11. This slide explains the expansion of our optical device business for data centers. The diagram in the lower left provides a simple overview of optical devices. Within data centers, a vast number of servers and network devices are interconnected by optical fiber cables. Optical devices convert electrical signals to optical signals, enabling high-speed, high-capacity data processing. As shown in the pie chart, the optical network market for data centers is growing rapidly, and demand for high-speed and ultra-high-speed optical devices, our area of focus, is expected to expand significantly. We specialize in EML, electro-absorption modulated laser devices, which offer excellent ultra-high-speed performance. Leveraging our top market share in the data center segment, we will continue to provide leading-edge EML devices that set the trend in technology. In addition to developing advanced EML devices optimized for the needs of industry-leading companies, we are also working to expand our production capacity in anticipation of market growth. Furthermore, to create new market opportunities, we are promoting the replacement of VCSELs, which face challenges in high-speed performance, with EMLs. As shown in the diagram, EMLs have traditionally been used for data transmission ranges of 2 kilometers to 500 meters within data centers. Going forward, we plan to expand the application of EMLs to shorter ranges below 100 meters, thus creating new market opportunities and driving further business growth. Please turn to page 12. Finally, I will explain our initiatives to improve ROIC. As shown in the graph, ROIC is expected to temporarily decline due to an increase in fixed assets from the launch of new factory buildings and a decrease in operating profit from revised foreign exchange assumptions. To address this, we are reviewing our capital allocation strategy, partially shifting investments towards the more profitable optical device business. At the same time, we aim to improve ROIC by sustaining a midterm upward trend in EBITDA margin through strengthened profitability and enhanced productivity. To enhance profitability and improve productivity, we are working to increase profit through expanded sales of SiC power semiconductors and optical devices, accelerate the shift to next-generation high-productivity products, and sharpen the cost competitiveness of 8-inch SiC wafers. Specifically, we plan to achieve strong cost competitiveness by launching operations at an advanced fully automated Shisui plant and transitioning into a value capture phase from our collaboration with Coherent. Through these initiatives, we will improve ROIC and realize sustainable growth in our semiconductor and device business. This concludes my presentation. Thank you for your attention.